Drop the phone. It's been dropped. Welcome to the next video. It's alcohol. Yep, so we're doing alcohol. As the next one, take a look at the board as we always do. To start this off and move over a little bit more. Last time I realised I was a bit whoosh. I was off camera, I wasn't there, but I don't want to be here and completely block everything. So we have got a wine glass. I'm thinking about it now, I probably should draw it in black because then the drink looks more red. I tried to rub it out with my finger. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like admitting that I was an A-star student at art. Anyway, glass of wine. We've got a fellow here, he's rather enjoying his can of drink. Let's make it look like more like he's gulp. Thirsty boy. They've also got here men, women, 2 numbers underneath. Or what are they? Well, they're multiples of 7. Times 2 times 3. Okay, that's the maths lesson done. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. No, that's not what they are. I don't know why you believed me. They're actually the unit consumption for men and women during a day. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, Will, that's quite high. Well, actually, it has been changed recently, and the men's number of units that they can consume in a day has actually dropped to 14. I don't know what the women's has dropped to. I couldn't find it. That was -7, so that's, women are going to drop by 7, so I'd assume it's about 7 units. But if you're drinking 14 units a day, like every week, gee, that's a lot of alcohol. And your body's going to suffer. How will it suffer? We have to wait and find out until we get to the effects part of it. But first of all, we're going to start off with, what is it? What is alcohol? Well, it's actually technically a recreational drug that's used for, in history, making people a bit unconscious when they're doing operations and stuff. Used a lot by doctors if they want to amputate something. You'd be drinking a lot of whiskey. It's also then used for, just like the name recreational drugs sounds like, recreational purposes, having fun with your mates, going out and drinking. Drinking is a good thing. You can have it. It works your liver, checks all going on. I find it's alright to drink. It's not a bad thing. Like when we go into smoking, but you shouldn't do too much of it. It's same as like it's alright to have a slice of cake. You shouldn't eat a whole cake. I don't mean like a little poxy cupcake. I'm talking like a birthday cake. Imagine eating the whole thing. I'll take all the icing off of it maybe. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. That's a bit much. Whereabouts were we? Yeah, what is it? I think it's a yeast-based product, perhaps. It's made from all kinds of different things. You can get from grapes, just correct by saying grapes, in wines, ciders, beers, lots of different stuff's going on. Anyway, so that's what alcohol is. What are the effects of alcohol? Well, it can make your eyes a bit blurry, which isn't very good, because it can then also slow down your reaction time, which is why you're not allowed to drink and drive. You shouldn't ever have more than 2 drinks before. You shouldn't really have any drinks, but like 1 is kind of a safe number, I guess. But you shouldn't have any more than that before going out and driving because it slows down your reaction time. You won't be able to see as well. You're going to make irrational decisions because it messes with your brain and your nervous system, so you're not going to be responding to the world in the correct way that you normally would. It's altering your perception of what's going on around you in a negative light. At the same time, it can then affect your liver if you drink too much of it, which breaks down the alcohol, but can start failing it, as well as the kidneys and the fluid balance that's in them. It can also take its toll on your bones and your muscles, as well as stomach and intestines. It can affect pretty much everything, as well as your pancreas and your sugar balance, which isn't good, as you can form diabetes if your sugar balance ain't no good. These can have then lasting effects. You can develop things like mouth cancer, liver cancer from drinking too much, as well as you can get a beer belly, possibly the worst one of them all. It can affect your blood circulation through building up cholesterol levels, and it can it can also affect in women. If you're pregnant, obviously not meant to do it because it can have pretty awful effects in that department as well. Of course, slurred speech and confusion. So, what changes in your life can you make if you're up here, you're drinking a little bit too much, around the 21 units a day or 14? Not necessarily every day, but you might do it 3 times a week. still a bit much if you're having a drink every night. It's not the best thing for you. We can have a look here. I'll just run that thing across that. There's loads of different ways in which you can stop yourself from drinking so much. You can get off of it, and you can find other things. You could simply just go cold turkey and ignore it. You can look at changing lifestyle things such as going outside and going out to physical activity and improving your body, making it stronger so you don't need the alcohol anymore. You don't rely on it. It's alright to have a drink every now and again, like I said, but you shouldn't be having it too much. And by making lifestyle changes, you can change your mind and the way you're thinking about things. That maybe like you don't want it as much anymore. You're more prioritising other things in your life than drinking. You can also go to things like AA groups, but you can talk about it and get off of it that way. You can slowly break yourself down. No, that kind of came out wrong. But like the amount you're consuming. So say at the moment you're having a drink a night. Maybe you go for a drink every 2 nights, then you go for a drink every 3 nights, and then one for every 4 nights, every 5, 6, 7. On for a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, once every month, and you can slowly break yourself in that way to the new regimen, so that you are slowly adapting and giving your body time to adjust to the new changes of the alcohol coming into your body. It's obviously that's a bit of a longer method, but it's a bit safer because you're cold turkey. Yeah, you can. It's pretty gnarly effects if you don't just succeed with it straight away. It can be very hard work. You see it with drug addicts all the time. Of course, that's not necessarily what you are if you are an alcoholic. Well, it is, but I'm digging myself into a hole here. I'm going to stop on that note. Either way, drinking too much, bad thing. You better stop. Why is it bad? Well, because it can affect your body in a negative light. And anything that does that, you don't really want. You don't want no negatives. But then you need negatives to make stuff look positive. So you can get to a bad place. You've got to be to a bad place to get to a good one. Why else? Well, you definitely don't be wanting cancer. You don't want your livers failing on you. You don't want your kidneys failing on you. You want to get yourself into the best sort of living condition you are. Almost take yourself back to that primal sort of instinct that we have when we're like cavemen or whatever. Where you had that will to survive. People have lost that in the modern day society. And I'm not saying that we need to reinstate or anything, because obviously this is getting kind of offbeat now. I'm going to stop again before I get too deep into that. Either way, we need to sort of be pushing ourselves to live healthier lives, and consuming 14 units a day of alcohol is not the correct way to go about that. And it would be ideal for you to then lower your drinking intake to improve your body. Excuse me. Is there anything else I need to cover? We've talked about the effects. We've talked about changes you can make in order to get better. We've talked about why it is important. Just trying to think. I don't think there is anything else I need to cover. Anyway, last thing here is my top tip. My top tip is that if the police car pulls you over, just go faster than them.